Today is 1046 dating. I've shared lessons on learning always support your dreams. You're also allowed to become the person that you want to become. Today I speak about really words and words that really shows that we're able to restart something. Because a lot of times when we start something, we have a massive actions. We really do things that we want to achieve, and we take action and action and action. But sometimes we stop. We stop pursuing things. We stop taking those massive action. And of course, at some point, and of course, that we stop not just for our own reasons, maybe external reasons, but maybe we need to put in a back burner, maybe health, maybe family, maybe there's a lot of things that could really show up, and you stop doing things that you want to do. So that means that r- re that restart is very, very powerful. I think that we're not supposed to be afraid of restart. Sometimes restart is much, much, much more powerful than start, because starting from step zero. But when you do restart, a lot of times you don't start from zero. You start from experience. You start from experience because you already did the beginning. So now you have a more skill set, more understanding, more wisdom, and a lot of things are much, much better than was before. So we're not supposed to be afraid to use that restart. So today we'll focus on really what kind of words in personal development, in personal growth, in personal success, what kind of things and what kind of words we always need to use for success, and what kind of things be able to use to add just make sure that we're able to succeed. So number one is invent in reinvent. So that means that we need to invent ourselves. Really find, okay, how I'm able to build myself in a way that we want to really be seen. So we have a vision, we want to become the person, and really inventing ourselves, building ourselves. But at some point, it might be that we'll need to reinvent ourselves. Say, okay, who you really are? Who am I? And you ask that question. Sometimes say, like, I'm not liking who I am. So maybe I need to reinvent, re-understand, and maybe my vision will change because my vision changed. Now I will need to reinvent myself and use those innovations just to make sure that you find the best, better values, better beliefs, better understanding, better wisdom, all those things. So reinvent is the first thing. Second is reignite, ignite or reignite. So it might be that you have a passion, you have obsession, you have a desire, you have dedication, commitment to achieve big things in life. But because of external things, your things, and sickness and health issues, a lot of things could be that ignite that power, that star, that fire that was in you. It might be that is not there anymore. It doesn't matter what the reason. So sometimes we need to reignite that fire inside of us that to really pursue meaningful things. So we're able to ask ourselves, do we have the fire that we had before? And it doesn't matter what happened. Now, what do we need? What do we need to do to reignite that fire that we could go out and really make things happen? And this is third one is very beautiful word, and I think this is very, very fits very well, pairs very well, is that rebuild. Build or rebuild. So it means that we always need to really say, okay, I am building myself. I invented myself. Now I'm building and building and building. Because I always say vision, we need to understand the vision. We need to understand what kind of person we want to become and what kind of goals do we need to have to achieve that vision. But that means that we need to become that person. If we need to become that person, that means that we need to build it and build it. But sometimes we pursue the vision, we pursue the goal, and we fail. And we fail miserably. And we have like maybe disappointment, we have trauma, maybe we have this, like there's so many different bad feelings that could be of building. And sometimes we need to rebuild ourselves. So it means that you now need to rebuild. So it means that you already built quite a lot of things, and now you need to rebuild that 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 person that you used to be. Because a lot of times we are destroyed by a lot of different things. And sometimes we need to rebuild ourselves, and it's very powerful. And because I always believe that we're not supposed to look for ourselves, and we're not supposed to find ourselves. We need to build ourselves. So sometimes we need to rebuild ourselves. Number four is refocus, and this one thing that I think that is very, very common. This is every single week, maybe even every single day that we could potentially use that word, because we need to understand that Focus equals productivity. Focus equals productivity. If there's no productivity, that means we need to first what we look. We need to focus. That means that every single day we need to say, hey, did I refocus? I have a focus for 90 days. Take a 5, 10, 15 minutes break and then refocus back on the meaningful things. And this refocus is one of the essential words that we need to apply every single day to really pursue big goals. Now, when we think about daily things, sometimes we need to look into what we do on a weekly basis. Do we do on a weekly basis that leads to vision? Because sometimes when you start doing today or this week, it doesn't align with our future vision. And sometimes we need to refocus that we're actually doing on a daily, on a monthly basis, something that actually benefits our future. Number 5 is reframe. And this is a beautiful thing. A lot of times we have perspective that happens to me. This all the setbacks, disappointments, failures happens to me. But I'm able to reframe our mind and say, this has happened for me. So I'm able to learn from it. I'm able to take ownership of it, take responsibility, and of course, learn from that. Because there is this saying that you can fail backwards or you can fail forward. And if you able to reframe your mindset, you're able to fail forward. And if you fail forward, you're still moving forward. Number 6 is a reclaim. And this is a beautiful thing. I think that they're able to take back control of our time, of our energy, of our life, because sometimes we give away our control. We're not pilots of our plane anymore because we'll allow other people is sitting in our pilot seat. So that means we need to really take back control, reclaim our spot, reclaim our pilot position and say that this is my plane, this is my life, and I'm able to take control. I'm putting my boundaries, I'm putting everything in place just to make sure that I'm in control of my life. I am making decisions for myself. Nobody else is making decisions for me. And that reclaim is very, very important. Number 7 is renew. Renew is very, very important because sometimes we need to really renew our beliefs, sometimes our values, refresh our sometimes even renew a lot of things. Everything needs to be renewed. I think that we are able to get new things and then renew those things, refresh those things. And I think that when we're able to really do that, we're able to renew our mind because we have new idea, and then we're able to renew that idea because even that idea that was perfect for that moment might be that will not be perfect for another time, another moment, and we need to renew it and then find out how we will adjust that idea that will become a new idea, and of course achieve great success. Number 8 is reevaluate. Evaluate, reevaluate. So you always evaluate your life, evaluate your progress, measure your success, and at some point you're able to say, I evaluate here, I know where I am, have awareness, I reflected on my point, because without awareness, there's no chance to improve. What's not measured, not improved. So when you're able to evaluate, measure yourself, and after a month, sometimes a year, depends on what you are evaluating, then you reevaluate again the same thing, and then you know, did you improve? Did you get better? What worked? What didn't work? What you need to adjust? And you will keep moving forward. So reevaluate is very, very important on a consistent basis. Number 9, and I think this is a very, very powerful word. This is one of the most powerful words, is reconnect. Connect and reconnect. That means when we always go in and really find a chosen family. Chosen family is like friends, community. And of course, when you connect with them, you build friendships, you nurture those friendships. At some point, even though that you might have an amazing relationship, you have amazing connection with that person or with that community. At some point, because life happens, it might be that you disconnected for a short period of time. You don't connect as much, you don't nurture that relationship, that connection anymore. And sometimes you need to say, I need to reconnect with people that I really care about. It's very, very powerful. Even myself, I know that I need to do that. And I need to do that on a consistent basis just to make sure that I reconnect with the most important people in my life. And number 10 is realign. And I think this is again very, very, very well pairs with reconnect. Realign. So align yourself and then realign. That means that you have a list of values, of beliefs, and then you ask yourself, do I live based on my values? What are my most important things? And really do my budget, do my time budget, money budget, energy budget, do that those budgets really actually show that they live by my values? Because sometimes people say, "Oh, my most important thing in my life is my family," but your money, your time, and your energy doesn't go to your family. It goes to other things. So how are you supposed to say that your most important thing is family when all other resources goes to other areas of life? It might be maybe hobbies, maybe your personal life, maybe at work, maybe I don't know what it is, but it might be that you're not living based on your values. So your budgets, time, energy, and money will show what you truly care about. And sometimes we need to be very careful saying that you care about something and then look into your budgets. And again, this is not just money because some say, "Oh, I care about my family, good give all that money," and money could show. But how is your energy and time really shown? Because a lot of times we work, we come back, and we give the least energy to the most important people in our lives. We give the least energy to the most important in life, and that's we need to again sometimes even when sometimes we fall or forget what is important, and we really always need to realign with our values, with beliefs, just to make sure that we do the right thing. And align with our roles, with our values, just to make sure that we're doing the right thing. So I hope that you and I know that there's much more words that could really be used to realign ourselves and really find that what we need to redo, restart, just to make sure that we're able to achieve success. So I hope that you reflect as well. Maybe you'll find some even better words, and I hope that maybe you will put even into my comments. What do you feel that? What are the best words in your life that really could build a better life? So I hope you choose something, and see you tomorrow.